postulate is, while revolving the electron, it neither loses nor absorbs energy. So the energy of electron is doesn't changes when it revolves around the nucleus. So that orbits are also called stationary orbits. So why orbits are called stationary? Because while revolving electron, it neither loses nor absorbs the energy. So that's why the orbits are called stationary orbits. This is the fourth postulate of Bohr's theory. And the next one, when electron absorbs energy. So while revolving, it doesn't loses or doesn't gain energy. Suppose if we supply energy. So if we supply energy, it will absorb energy. When it absorbs energy, it jumps from lower orbit to higher orbit. So here this is the lower orbit and next levels are higher orbits. So if we supply some energy to the electron, it will absorb energy and it will go to the higher level. So this is called excitation. So lower level to higher level is called excitation. Electron jumps from lower orbit to higher orbit when it absorbs energy. So that is called excitation. And if it loses energy, what happens? So if it loses energy, it will come back to the ground level from higher level. That is called de-excitation. De-excitation means higher level to lower level. So when electron comes from higher level to lower level, that is called de-excitation. Lower level to higher level is called excitation. Jumps from higher level to lower level is called de-excitation. So when we supply the energy. So here this is called excitation and de-excitation. This is the fifth postulate of Bohr's theory. And here the absorbed or emitted energy is given by E2 minus E1. So suppose here two levels are there. This is the E1 level, this is the E2 level. Here electron is there, jumps from E1 to E2. So this difference in energy is given by E2 minus E1. So this, as we move from the nucleus, the energy of the orbits increases. So suppose this E1 is lesser value and E2 is the higher value. Then E3 is higher value. Again E4 is very high value. Means here from moving out of the nucleus, the energy of the orbits increases. So here, so this difference in energy is called absorbed energy or emitted energy. So when we give this much of energy, it will go to the higher level and it absorbs only this much of energy. So if you give any amount of energy, electron absorbs only this energy. Means the difference between the two orbits. It can absorb only energy which is equal to delta E. Delta E means absorbed or emitted energy. So these are the some postulates of Bohr's theory. And here some formulas are there. So these formulas are very important. You have to remember. So this is the total energy formula minus 13.6 into z square by n square electron volts. And the radius of the orbit is given by 0.53 into n square by z in angstrom. So here n value is the orbit number, shell number, and here z is the atomic number. Suppose if you want to calculate the first orbit energy of the hydrogen atom. So here we have to substitute 1 and here also atomic number of hydrogen is 1. So if you substitute 1 and 1, you will get the radius of the hydrogen atom. So this is the general formula. So here velocity of the orbit is also given by 2.18 into 10 power 6 z by n. Here z is the atomic number, n is the shell number, meter per second. So these three formulas you have to remember to calculate the energy, velocity and radius of the orbits. So this Bohr's theory is applicable only for the species having single electron. So our ions, so if you take He plus, so this also having helium atomic number 2, when it loses electron, it will have only one electron. So like this, hydrogen, helium plus, lithium plus 2. So like this, ions are atoms which are having only single electron, are for these atoms only the Bohr's theory is applicable. So for these atoms only we can calculate the energy, radius and velocity of the orbits. So these are the postulates of Bohr's theory, very important. So the next topic is atomic structure, atomic spectra. The next topic in atomic structure is atomic spectra. Atomic spectra. So here the spectra is in so many types, but atoms will form discrete spectra. Discrete are discontinuous. Discontinuous are, we will call it as line spectra. Atoms, molecules will form only discontinuous or discrete line spectra. So what is meant by discrete spectra? So here there is some gap between the spectral lines. So suppose if you take the white light. So white light, when it spread out into 7 colors. So that color red to ranges from red color to violet color. So if you take the rainbow, you know very well about the rainbow. In rainbow colors will merge. So there is no gap between the colors. So all the colors will side by side. So continuously they will form the spectral bands. So this spectrum is called continuous spectrum. Continuous spectrum. Continuous spectrum means there is no gap between the spectral lines. So but discrete or discontinuous spectrum means there is some gap between the spectral colors. So that spectra is called line spectra or discontinuous spectra. So these line spectra or discontinuous spectra is due to the emission of radiation. Emission of radiation. So when we heat the substance, so if you take hydrogen gas, so when we supply the heat energy, it will split into hydrogen atoms. So then the electron in the hydrogen atom absorbs. So electron in the hydrogen atom absorbs the heat energy and it will excite it to the lower orbit to higher orbit. So then that means excited. After excitation means you know from ground state to higher level. So after excitation it will not be stable there because any system it wants to gain lower energy, wants to decrease its energy. So that is the rule. So here when high energy is unstable, low energy is stable. So any system it wants to lose energy. So that is the rule. So here after excitation it will come to the ground level. It is called de-excited. De-excitation. So while excited means it will absorb energy and de-excited means it will emit the energy. So that emitted radiation will form the spectrum of the hydrogen atom. So hydrogen spectrum or atomic spectrum is which type of spectrum? Line spectrum or following spectrum we can call discontinuous spectrum.